Okay, so this is what we want to build, right?
Correct.
But we won't even know like how we got to any of this. All we have, let's assume, is just a browser. So right now I'm in Google Chrome, and if I want to code, the easiest way for me to get started doing that is with something called Google Colab. So I'm going to type in Google Colab.
And what is Google Collab?
So it's kind of like a Microsoft Word document, right? Where you write out, text in Microsoft Word.
Oh, there's new book.
What's that?
Go ahead.
So the way that I got here was I did Google Colab, and then click on it, and at the bottom here, you see it says New Notebook.
Right.
So I clicked on that. So right now, I'm in, a coding environment, which is pretty cool. So if I want to, I can write code like this right here.
Did you have to press the thing code first?
Well, it actually is starting off for that, but sometimes I will. Like sometimes I might, if I want to add more code cells, I just press this code button.
Got it.
Right, and here I delete if I want to.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I have like a code cell, then it actually is going to execute Python code for me. If I have a text cell, and you see there's no plus sign, the edge here,
yeah.
Right? So then I can just say like, if I do 1 + 1, it just displays the text.
Right.
All right, so this is just text. So I just alternate between these.
Okay.
And what's good about this is it allows me to kind of tell a story about what I'm doing. Right, like first I want to gather the data and go on from there. So what do we want to do? Well, I think the first thing to learn about is the data types. Okay, so there's two different kinds of data that we're going to be working with, because if you think about it, what we had previously over here was you can see like we have these titles, right? But we also have numbers, like how much was spent on each, right?
Okay.
And in Python, we treat that differently. Like we treat our text, and in code in general, we'll treat our text differently than we treat, numbers.
Okay.
So here, let's talk about data types. And what I'm doing here is I'm just bolding it. Okay. So there's two different kinds of data types. One is just numbers. We saw that. So this is 1 + 1 plus like 100. And by the way, how do I actually execute this cell?
1 + 1 is 100?
No.
Oh, plus 100. Okay.
Yeah. So how do I actually execute this cell? Do you think?
Well, make sure you're on code.
Mm-hmm.
And then do the numbers.
We'll go for it.
1. Where's the plus?
Next to the delete key.
Yes.
You have to press shift.
You could tell how good I am. Equals.
So you don't have to do the equals.
I just do return, shift return.
Shift return, exactly
shift
right.
Return.
So if we want to execute our code, right? If we're just typing in here, like Python's not showing us anything below.
Right.
So if we want to execute our code, we need to hold down the shift key and then press return. Or another way to do it is just to click the plus sign over to the left. Got it?
The arrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not the plus sign yet, the arrow, the button.
Okay.
All right.
Let me try it.
Go for it.
2 plus 2 equals.
No, you don't need equals, because you're asking. One way to think about it is when you code, either you're telling the computer to do something or you're asking the computer for information.
Okay, so I don't have to do equals.
Because here you're kind of asking for information. What is 2 + 2?
Got it.